Hello, you're listening to the Receipts podcast. It's a dating podcast with evidence. I'm your host, Jenny Gorlick, and as always, I'm joined by my incredible producer,
Andrew. Oh my God, I'm so glad to be back again with Jenny for another fun episode.
So glad to be back again.
Yes.
I'm worried. Are you hearing feedback on my mic or just me?
I am not hearing anything, but if you are, it might be like the headphones thing.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you have headphones, if you want to grab them really quick.
No, they're
Okay,
far. It
it's
feels like
fine.
too much drama. Okay.
All right.
Okay, already causing drama. How was your week, Andrew?
It was good. It was fun. I watched Lifesize 2 for the first time last night. Have you ever seen that?
No, I haven't seen it. Is Tyra Banks still in it?
Tyra Banks is in it,
Okay.
and Lindsay Lohan appears in a photograph. So,
Oh, good. So she does at least
oh.
get a little residual.
Yeah, and at the end, like one of the girls at the end, spoiler, dresses up like in a football uniform, and they're like, "This one's for you, Casey." And I was like, "Who?" I don't remember their character named Casey in Life Size 2. So I
Mhm.
looked up Casey Life Size, and that was Lindsay Lohan's character, who was famously on the football team. If you recall.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Oh my goodness. I'm
it was a
happy
super
that
crazy
Tyra.
movie. It's on Disney Plus.
Okay. I'm happy to see Tyra working. Love that for our business masters gal.
Yeah, she is one silly lady for sure. She's a businesswoman, but she really has the zany parts, all of them.
She caused a lot of trauma on America's Next Top Model. I've kind of forgotten, but rewatching, it's a little bit like, oh my God, these models were really they were really put through it.
Yeah. Um, she actually made like a self I guess deprecating joke to herself in Life Size 2 concerning the "we were all rooting for you" joke, which
Uh-huh.
was like it really like took me out and I didn't like it. It was like Tyra Banks talking to another Tyra Banks because they're the Eve doll.
Right.
And she says, "We were rooting for you. We were all rooting for you." And I'm like, ooh, I don't think I
Yeah, I
like
don't know.
that.
Yeah, I don't know if I want like that kind of meta commentary in a movie about
Yeah,
Barbies
very
come to life.
uh,
Yeah.
yes, for sure.
But
Yeah.
I wanted to be on Top Model really badly. And when they had the short season, that was huge for me.
I never watched it, but so like they had like a season 4. Is it a short like length or short like for short models?
For short models. So
Okay.
for models who are under 5'6". Because
Okay.
famously to walk a runway, you're supposed to be 5'6" and taller. And
Hmm.
also famously, I'm 5'2".
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, there's just no way for me to get on a runway. So when Tyra did a short season, I was really excited. I was like, oh my God,
How
finally.
often would she do the short season?
Only once.
Only once. Well, you missed your mark, I
I missed it.
guess.
I missed my chance.
Yeah.
Um, I finally saw Jeffrey this week.
Oh, that's exciting.
So exciting. He got his negative COVID test back. So that was
Yes.
thrilling. We hadn't seen each other for a month and it was starting to get really dark. I
Yeah.
don't like long distance even a little bit. I think I need to be physically touched, or I feel like I just get in my head and I'm like, oh my God, he actually hates me,
Yeah.
you know?
Um, that does not
No,
sound very healthy.
it's not
Uh,
good. I'm not saying it's good.
right. Um, but like, what did you do to take care of yourself in those dark times?
Well, I mean, I did a lot of social distance hanging out with friends, which I'm still doing, and
Yes.
crafting, obviously, and caring for my plants and watching New Girl from the beginning. And that's how I've
Right.
been coping. But it was really hard. I just felt so disconnected only talking over FaceTime.
Right.
It
Yeah.
just it's just hard. It
But
doesn't feel.
could you come together in I guess your sadness concerning the situation?
Yes. I mean, we both
Okay.
commiserated that it was not our favorite. And
Cool.
Jeffrey admitted that he has historically been bad at long distance. So
Oh,
I'm lucky that it was only a month and not,
yeah.
you know. So it's been so great to see each other again. And I love his new apartment and it's been really nice. I'm like, we're doing cute social distance dates. I mean, like we are where we social distance from other people, but are close
Yeah.
together. Yeah.
That's so great. I'm so glad that you're together again at last.
Me too. At last. It's almost going to be our 1 year anniversary. On September 23rd is when our first date was.
Wow.
I
That's
know.
major.
It's huge. I've never dated someone for a year before.
Are you going to do anything special for the anniversary?
I hope so. But it would be nice if he suggested it, Jeffrey, if you're listening.
That would be great.
That would be nice. Yeah, we did a cute Valentine's Day where he cooked for me. And now I'm learning how to cook. So potentially I feel like I'm at the point where I could cook for him and I wouldn't be embarrassed.
Okay. What are you going to make?
Big. I can make any recipe that HelloFresh gives me the ingredients for.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Could you make like a really like thoughtful like referencey, meal to
our
your
first
relationship?
Well,
Yeah.
our first date, I ate an entire artichoke in front of him and I asked him if he would want any, like if he would share it if I ordered the artichoke, and he didn't. He was like, yeah, of course I will. And then I found out later that he doesn't like artichokes. He just wanted me to get the artichoke if that's what I wanted.
So I don't think the artichoke would be something to bring back.
Or I could make an artichoke and then I could just eat it and he could watch me eat it.
It seems more for you, but
yeah, maybe a little bit more for me than it is for a relationship. But
I guess that'd be cute. Yeah, maybe like I don't know, like wear like I don't know, just like artichoke pendant or something artichoke-y, and to reference.
Because famously artichokes are a very sexy vegetable.
Oh my god, the sexiest, I would say.
The number one.
Yeah.
Any receipts that you want to share this week?
Oh my god. I definitely did have one. I literally had one this morning. We'll cut this out.
Okay.
I literally don't. What was it? I literally don't recall.
What happened to you?
Oh my god. Oh, because my ex-boyfriend watched I'm on good terms with him. This is please don't take this the wrong way, Jenny. He watched the thing that you posted last night of you and Faria watching or talking about
your maturity, you being 24.
All of our ages.
Yes.
He's like, yeah, there's old hags talking down to you. Yes.
Oh my god, your ex-boyfriend called me an old hag?
Yeah, but in the it lighthearted. Yeah.
Okay, wow. I'm just happy you're not still dating him.
Oh my god.
Because he sounds ageist.
He was. That's why we broke up. He was so ageist. I could not take him anywhere without him making a comment on every single person's age. Yes.
No, but it's okay. I'm not offended. I do feel
great.
I feel honestly like being close to 30 is really hot, and when he gets there, he'll understand that.
my ex-boyfriend is like famously like 57, so actually,
okay.
He's way past that.
Okay, good. So
yeah.
Okay, wow, but he only likes dating people who are in their 20s. I don't know.
Yeah.
He needs to assess.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
How is that? How are you taking that? Is that okay?
Yeah, it's totally okay.
Do you have any receipts?
No, not a one. Okay. Nothing exciting. All work this week.
Sad.
Truly sad. But I'm thrilled because our guest is the opposite of sad. She's amazing. She's truly the best ever. She has her own hilarious podcast called All Dick is Trash. and she hosts her very own late night show on Chris Gethard's Twitch stream called Late Night with Judge Millie. It's the last Wednesday of every month. Please give it up for Millie Tamarez.
Hey, thank you.
Yay! Hi,
Thanks for having
Millie.
me.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Great. Great. Loving it. So
Cool.
happy you're here via Zoom.
Yeah, I'm on a cocktail of Sudafed and Flonase, and it's giving me all the chemical drip of cocaine with none of the high. So it's I'm feeling pretty drowsy, which is not how I'm used to feeling.
Oh no.
After tasting all these chemicals in my sinuses. I don't know. It's hard. Quarantine is all about adjusting.
Are you sick? Are you just not feeling well right now?
I went and got my COVID test yesterday.
Okay.
And they were like, do you have any? I got COVID and I got the antibodies, which is big for me because I hate needles. And then they asked me if I had a cough, and I said yes. Or no, I told them if I have symptoms, and I said yes, but I've had it for like months, and I don't know what's going on. And then they were like, oh, it's nasal drip, which is like when your sinuses are so they just gave me over-the-counter stuff. So I'm good. Yeah. Okay. And I always am like, can I drink with this?
Yeah.
The guy's like,
what the rules are.
Yeah, can I drink with it? I know. Every doctor that sees me, after they're done judging me for being fat, then they start going, then they judge me for like a million other reasons. Like one time this guy was like, oh, are you a smoker? And I'm like, not cigarettes. And then the guy's like, okay, damn. I was like, oh, I said that so wrong. And then, that's a preface. I don't know how you do it, but I can preface one of my receipts.
Oh
but
my
that's
God.
The craziest one.
I can't believe let's do it. I can't believe we already got into a receipt. Millie, let's do it.
I got a UTI from this one guy. I'm gonna say it's from him. Okay. Because I had never gotten, it was my first UTI ever and since.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So
it's
literally
UTI of your life.
The one UTI of my life. I know some people are prone to it, but I've never had it. And I literally think it's because I was dating this guy. Who knows what anything is anymore, right? Is it date?
What are we calling it? We're seeing each other and having sex every so often.
Yeah. But he lived really close to me. Like he lived like a 5-minute walk. So for me, like, I wouldn't get dressed and wear makeup when he would come over, but I would take a shower and put lotion on. This dude would come so musty, like so gross. Like I'm just, and then one time,
what was he doing before he saw you?
Dude, he would wear like sweatpants with no underwear and just like walk, and it's like summer. Yo, dude. I don't know why.
Wait, that's gnarly. That's so hot though. That's actually like I don't even know what this person looks like. I think that's like hot to me. I'm so sorry.
Well, I gotta say something too, Andrew, because so I teach stand-up, and there's this guy. He was really, really, really cute. He was really, really attractive, and he was. I mean, I don't look at my students. I'm a very professional teacher, but no, he's a really attractive man, and he was like, all my friends, like all my straight friends, like they only shower, they only whatever because like women won't sleep with them if they don't. But because I'm gay, like I get fetishized so much, like for being like straight passing or whatever. So like he's like, I can have my room. Yeah, no, straight passing.
Is stinky. Yes.
Yeah, no, exactly. But he's like when guys come over and they see my room messy or I'm like musty or anything, they love it. They're so turned on. They do some like weird role play, like, yeah, you want me to be your swimming coach or something, you know? Shit, like, so it was just funny that you said that, because like he's like, yeah, like there's no need for me to grow up because like these guys are fetishizing me as their like brother's best friend, or like they're putting on these like things, but like all my other straight friends had to grow up and get haircuts and do that because women won't tolerate that. Which, I mean, I'm not saying all gay men or whatever, but that was what his stand-up was about, and I thought it was super funny. So it's like funny that you said that, because I'm just like, ugh, and you're like, that's so hot.
But then they'll leave the musk in your apartment, you know, and so every time that like you'll come in, no, it's a good thing, and then so, they'll leave the musk. Yeah, so like if you like, sometimes I just like just leave the apartment and then just like for no reason, and then just come back in, because then you're just like hit with it, you know.
No,
you don't even know it's in there.
No, thank you for me.
It's not always a bad musk. It's not always bad.
Anyway, this guy gave me a UTI. Yeah, so we had sex, and then I just didn't pee right away.
Yeah.
I guess I got pissed off. Well, I didn't pee right away, and then I got like a fucking gnarly UTI. And when I went to I went to City MD, and I couldn't even pee. Like I gave like a little, because they have to take a pee sample,
right?
And I gave the smallest little. So they're like, this girl's, and then I'm like, can I drink on these antibiotics? They're like, no. And I'm like, what about smoking weed? And they're like, and I'm like, what about having sex? And they're like, Jesus Christ. Can you fucking chill out? But yeah, and then that's where one of the receipts are.
Yeah,
I sent a bunch, and they're all like scattered. So like 2 of them are consecutive.
I think we should, let's read this receipt out loud.
You have to read all of them out loud.
We gotta read them all. They're all, I love it. Millie, it's amazing that your podcast is called All Dick is Trash, because I think your receipts really act as evidence.
They are. Listen, true. And there's no, and it's, you know, and that's where I came up with All Dick is Trash, because literally there's no crossover. Like, it's not like, oh, they're all like finance guys, or they're all, it's just, no, there's not even the same race, not even grew up in this, no. All
just
trash.
Across the board.
All of it garbage.
And the one thing we can all agree on that all men have in common, despite their differences,
is all dick is trash.
Trash dick.
Honestly, why isn't Kamala running on that?
I don't know. They would definitely have all our votes if they did.
Andrew's fucking walking around his block so he can smell musk. Like, trash. Trash.
No, that's good. No.
Okay.
I actually think that I might be kind of stinky, to be honest. I have my own personal musk that I like.
Everybody has musk.
You know, but I don't shower as much as maybe I should, because I'm trying to be efficient with my time.
Wait, you're not making time to shower every day?
No.
You seem like the type that would like have a, you know, solidified time to shower every day.
No, but that's the stereotype of me. That's not really, that's not the real me.
Everybody has their own smell, and it's all like pheromones. Have you heard of like that essential oil that's like, you know, we all like use a lot of fragrance shit, so it's all like blocking our natural pheromones. But there's this one essential oil, or like this one oil that like enhances your natural pheromones. So it's crazy, because me and my 3 friends all put it on one day, and like when we walked into this bar, it was so weird to see like the different guys that like kind of even picked up our scent.
Wow.
And like came like beeline for us. And like my 2 friends had like these very particular guys, and for me it was all guys with girlfriends. And I'm just like, okay, you got a girlfriend, like, thank you. And then they keep coming back. Like, this one guy would not let up. And I'm like, dude, you have a fucking girlfriend. I do not want to talk to you. Why are you even out of your house?
I can't believe that's what your pheromones like
I know, that's
doing
I'm
for
like,
you.
damn it, man. And they're all like, these guys that are like, all my friends are talking like these, you know, guys who are like naturally attractive. It's like this, and then this guy's just like, yeah, so Ashley's like, she works for a nonprofit, and I'm like, I do not care about you. I do not care about your girlfriend. I do not give a fuck. I want to go talk to someone else. Please leave me alone.
Oh my God. And your body is just like a bat signal for people who are taken. I can't believe.
For real.
I can't believe. Okay, so this receipt.
Wait, Jenny.
Yes.
Jenny, sorry, you just got like really loud. Millie, did you catch that too?
What? Yeah, a little bit, but I think it's fine.
Did I get really loud?
Like, yeah.
What happened?
I don't know. Maybe something came unplugged? Or...
It feels plugged
You
in.
can't fix it in post, Andrew?
It's just, I'm thinking about me right now.
What
it's just
happening?
like she's yelling in my ear.
I don't want to yell at you. I'm sorry.
No. That's good. I think
this is volume.
That sounds.
Did this help?
Yes.
Is that better?
Yes. That's so much better.
Sorry.
Yes.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't want to hurt your ears.
No, you're fine.
Listen to this later, Andrew. Not my dream for you. Also,
oh my gosh.
do you only wear the do your girlfriends only wear the pheromone perfume oils now? Like, if it was that effective, I feel like why wear scents by Ariana Grande or like Britney Spears anymore?
It's so insanely expensive.
Oh, okay.
It was like like $60 for like a small little roll-on or something.
Mm.
And it doesn't even like stop BO. I don't know. It was like for what it like it's cool, and I think we were all only using a free sample, but for what it is, like it was too expensive.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah,
it sounds very powerful. Like it would have to be expensive based on it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so this receipt, this UTI receipt, if you want to read it for us, Millie.
Yeah, I have I sent 2, I think. So
okay,
just
great.
To make sure it goes in order.
Yes.
So there's one
oh yeah. Because you really get into the science, which I love.
Yeah, I really do get into the science. So okay, yeah. Okay. So why don't you read do you want to read me, or do you want to read as the guy?
What would be more fun for you?
Listen, I think, why don't you read for me? I'm in the yellow.
Okay, yes, I will read for you. Okay, just need to get to the beginning.
Okay. And then I think the email after that is part 2.
Oh, wow, okay. Okay, I'm just opening it. Oh my God. Your receipts are gems, Millie.
I know. Listen, I love, my love language is screenshots. I screenshot everything, like everything. I have like 2,000 screenshots that like span from different phones and stuff. And every time I see a crazy thing like this, I'm just like, I'm going to screenshot this because this is crazy.
Okay, so I am you.
Yeah,
Hey.
in yellow.
Hey, how was your weekend?
It's decent. Also, it was after the weekend. It was like Monday, so
okay.
It's decent. How about yours?
That's cool. It was nice to spend time with my family, but I got a UTI, the sad eyes face, and then the crying face.
How? ... Question mark.
You, LOL. I mean, I guess I didn't pee right after we had sex. The first time? Question mark. I don't know. I went to urgent care this morning. The exasperated face.
How is it for me when we use protection?
Oh my God. I got lost opening the screenshot. Are we at the it's pretty common for women or no?
That's the end.
That's the end. Okay.
I guess.
Oh yeah, here we go. How is it for me? Okay, perfect.
How is it for me when we use protection? LOL.
Do you know what a UTI is?
Where does it start from? Question mark.
A UTI happens when there is bacteria in the urethra. Bacteria gets there from sexual activity. That's why women have to after sex pee.
Okay, read it. Are we reading typos? Because that's rude.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
no,
just trying to be
kidding.
accurate.
Yeah, but how does that happen if my dick was covered? LOL. Where does the bacteria come from? Is it from using my finger?
Yeah, ... And like all that stuff before, and probably condom stuff too. It's pretty common for women to get, but this is the first time I ever got one.
Oh, okay.
You probably get bacteria when you have sex too, but the male urethra is 10 inches, so you pee it out before it reaches the bladder. The women's urethra is only 4 inches. Are you enjoying this health lesson, LOL?
Yeah, LOL.
The crying, laughing emoji. I'm surprised all the girlfriends you have had have never gotten a UTI.
I feel like I've heard before.
Haha. Okay.
Then the final one is WYD. What are you doing?
Oh my God, Nelly, this guy.
I know. Yes, he was an EDM DJ.
So of course, this guy's a DJ.
He yeah, it was really bad. So yeah, like I explained that to him. So like there's multiple things about this. Like one, I had just started a job a month before and I didn't have insurance.
Okay.
So I had to pay $200 to go to and then this fucking
for the UTI?
job. Well, there's like 8 layers, right? This job only paid me once a month.
Okay.
So like it would be like whatever $1,000, like whatever, but $3,000 at the end of the month.
Okay.
So then I got this UTI like the second or third week into the month, and that like fucked up my finances. And I didn't have, you know what I mean?
Yes.
And $200 plus $50 for the antibiotics. And then like, so I couldn't drink for a week. And then I feel like I explained it really well to him.
You did. That was a beautiful health lesson.
And then he comes over a few days later, and I'm just like, he's like, LOL, should I take some of those UTI meds? And I'm like, no, do you not know? Like, it's a bacterial infection. Like, what the fuck? Like, that kind of, I thought he understood it and he just did it. And like that fucking, and yeah, the thing about him, which is like ultimately why we could never, like, it was like not a good relationship and we, you know, ended things, was like, he just could not admit that like he didn't know something. He couldn't admit he was wrong. Mm-hmm. He couldn't admit that maybe he does, you know what I mean? And like, he can't grow like that, you know what I mean? So
yeah.
It was very frustrating to be around. And I know this other guy that I know, he's a really good DJ. Mm-hmm. Really, really, you know, always getting gigs, always booked and busy, and gets paid a lot and stuff. And he kind of knows him from the DJ world. So he tried to like kind of mentor this kid. Mm-hmm. And help him get gigs and stuff. But he's just like, that guy was just like too arrogant. My favorite story was that, well, yeah, you know, we were talking about like, hey, because I was like, hey, I dated one of your friends, you know, mm-hmm. but it was like already over at that point for like months. But he was like, oh man, I hate that guy says he knows me, blah, blah, blah. Like, he's so annoying. And then he's just like, this is what the guy said, he was just like, if I was younger and I had more patience, I would like deal with him, but I'm just like too, like I just don't have it in me anymore. And I'm like, same. I'm like, same.
You're like, yeah,
if I was younger, I would like have, yeah, exactly.
Every time.
I was like, I would I could totally see a younger me, like even if I was like a few years younger, really putting up with a lot of his shit.
Yeah.
But damn, like I don't know, hell no. And then what ended up happening was that guy told me that he DJ'd the guy DJ'd so badly that he got like banned from the venue.
Oh no.
Which like it made me kind of sad, but it's just like, yeah, like you have to be a good DJ, you have to like listen to what people want and maybe admit that like the mix that you made might not be the best.
Right. You gotta adapt.
Yeah, and he just like is incapable of doing that. So
oh my
that
goodness.
was that guy. He sucked so bad.
Yeah, he sucks. And I also can't believe like what a financial burden he was to you.
Oh, so he also, so then there's like a few more things, then it's going to get real dark. But I had a friend who passed away like a few days after like a week after like all of this.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And then,
Melanie.
yeah, like thank you. We were like, it was like this weird thing where he's also just all over the place because he'd be like, I don't want anything serious. And usually I would say like, I don't want anything serious either. But he was like very attractive and lived 5 minutes away from me. So I was like, okay, like
that's
come
convenient.
over and have sex. Yeah, exactly. We can come over and have sex. But then like every time he'd be like, oh, have you slept with anyone since like I've been here? Like, have you this? Have you that? Are you dating other people? Are you this? And I would just like laugh at him because I'm just like, are you crazy? Like, no. But then also too, and then he's like, oh, I know how female comedians are. I know.
What does he know about female comedians?
Exactly. And then he's like, you guys have a whole bunch of groupies outside of all your shows. And I'm like, yeah, gay ones. I'm kidding.
What?
Not even.
Like, okay, I could tell him something about DJs. What I know about DJs.
Exactly. I know. But then he started getting annoying about wearing condoms.
Really?
Like, and then he like, just would get really annoying. Oh yeah, so I had a friend pass away, and we were like he would say, I'm not looking for anything serious, but then he would emotionally dump on me about like his like mom and shit like that. And it's just like, okay, like I can't get too into this because this is what girlfriends do.
Right.
Girlfriends will listen to your problems. Like you made it clear that I'm not that, so why am I hearing about your mom?
Yeah, totally.
And like, not to say that I don't want to, like I would love, you know what I mean, to be there for someone, right. But at the same time, like, yeah, but you kind of made that demarcation. So like, what do you really want? Then he would also, ask about other people. You know what I mean? If I'm seeing other people. So
which isn't fair. That's not part of it. Because he's made it clear
not part of this. Exactly.
Yeah, you're not serious. That sucks.
Yeah, and then he also, what was the other thing that he did? So yeah, he didn't want to. Oh, so then when my friend passed away, I was like, oh, like, you're this guy. We've spent time together. I want to be able to talk about, and he just was not, like, just was terrible about it. Like, not even, just even listening. It was like he picked a fight with me one time, and then another time, like, he picked a fight with me about something stupid, and then later I was like, hey, I was really trying to like talk to you about my friend's passing, and you picked a fight with me, and I didn't like that. And then he just flipped it on me and was like, well, you know what I mean, and just like not capable of being like, yo, my bad.
Like, and he wants all of the benefits of having a girlfriend without doing any of the work.
Exactly. Like you have to do work to, and yeah, you should want to do work if you care about someone.
Right.
So then he was, but then this is the crazy part. He was being annoying about wearing a condom to a point where I was just like, yeah, just fine. Which I'm like, he would just wear me out so much about like shit and like be annoying that I'd be like, whatever, which I regret. And then when, the next morning I was like, hey, can I get, I just had spent $200 at fucking
Mhm.
urgent care. I just had $250,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna have to spend another 40 for his musty dick. Like,
Right.
dog, that's not even worth it.
No.
And I was like, hey, can I get like $20 for Plan B?
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, oh, I'm really broke right now. Oh, blah, blah, blah.
You didn't
Like,
even
I don't
ask
have
for
any money.
100%. You
Yeah.
asked for, you were gonna
No.
split it.
And I'm just like, listen, fucking people raw is rich people behavior, honey. Like, I
Yeah.
hate to be classist, but yeah, if you don't have the money, like, if you don't have money to fucking pay for Plan B, do
Mhm.
not like bitch about wearing a condom.
Yeah,
Maybe
then
he
wear
can't
that
even
condom.
afford. He can't even afford condoms.
Well, I had condoms. Like, I have
Yeah.
condoms. I have a whole stock. But yeah, like he would bitch about wearing them or take it off or just weird
Ugh,
fucked up shit.
Right.
that
So
sucks. That's also it's technically assault to take off a condom if you
yeah,
were wearing that's assault, which I didn't know.
yeah,
Then I learned from I May Destroy You. So
yeah. No,
thank
it
you,
is. It
Michaela
is.
Cole.
So I guess the craziest thing about him is that we had like that whole fight, and then like it was my friend's funeral and like all that stuff he didn't get. So I was like, okay, like it's obvious, like we didn't have a good time, like we were both like, this is over, like I
Mhm.
didn't think I had to say anything.
Right.
And then a week later he's hitting me up like, hey, what's up, how are you doing, blah blah blah. And I'm like, hey, I don't think we should see each other anymore. I have those screenshots too.
Oh
But
my
I'm
god.
like, hey, I don't think we should see each other anymore. And I was like just being kind of
Yeah.
nice, like I was being nice, which I shouldn't have, but I'm also like, this guy knows where I live. But
True. He's down the street. So
yeah, he's down the street. So I was just like, hey, I just want more than you can give me right
Mhm.
now, and blah blah blah, even though I would never date him. Uh and then he was like, okay, cool. And I was like, cool, okay.
That's
And
it.
then
Okay.
like, no. And then a week later, like a week and a half later, he just texted me, I'm sorry.
Oh.
I was like, it's okay, dude. Thanks for your sorry. I appreciate that. But and then he's like, maybe you're wrong about me.
Oh my god.
Oh no. Oh my
And then
god.
I was like,
No.
I know. I was like, what? And he's like, maybe I liked you way more than you thought I did.
Wait,
Dude.
what do you recall what time of day he sent this message? I'm just curious.
It was during the workday because I was at work. Like
Uh-huh.
What? Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
definitely during the workday. It was like at 2 or 3 p.m.
That is so
Oh,
rude.
okay.
I just want him to
I'm
give you
just like
the
curious. Yeah, I was
Like,
just like curious, like what sort of even like brought that on? Like what is he horny? I don't
yeah.
know.
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about like what he was going through or thinking of.
Yeah.
I just
Um,
want him to give you the full apology that you deserve without making it about him. Like
Mhm.
he's not capable. But then
what?
he's like trying to ask for me back, and I'm like, dude, like it was fucking terrible. It was like a terrible month. Like, all this shit. I just want to put it behind me. Like, no. And then also it's just like, it's not my fault that you liked me more than I thought you did. Like, that's your fault for not
Right.
showing me that. And
Right.
also, you fucking suck. No. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah, fuck that
Um,
dude.
And then he was like, I was just like, best of luck with everything. And the last text he ever sent me was, I don't believe in luck.
Okay, yeah.
Which I thought was the funniest thing ever.
That is so silly. Also having to get the last word in too with like I don't want
it's like, I wish, yeah, exactly. I wish he could have apologized and been, honestly, if he would have been like, hey, I realized I was being a piece of that's, like, the bar is so low and so many people can't make it. Like,
I know.
like, I'm just like, if he was just like, hey, I realize I really fucked up and I'm really sorry and I'm going to try to do better. I would have like given him a second chance because I'm an idiot.
Right.
But like when you make it so obvious that you suck, like you give me no choice.
Right. You have to respect yourself and your decisions. If he seems a little nice, then you can make the same mistake again, maybe. But like, no option now.
Exactly. And the crazy, so that whole thing was like 2 years ago. Those texts, and I saw him. So it was 2 years, like September 2018. Then I didn't see him. Even though we lived, I was just always so nervous of running into him. I didn't see him at all until one day in January. I saw him twice in one day, and not in like different neighborhoods.
Oh my
God! Like
God.
in Dumbo and in Williamsburg, where I used to live. And then I didn't see him ever again until 2 weeks ago on my rooftop.
What?
Like he was at like a party, not like a huge party, but like one of my neighbors had like 10 or 15 friends over, and the roof's huge, and like they're on the other side of the roof, and I was like, this always happens too. I'm like, that guy's really hot. Oh no. No. and then the thing, like, it's like, oh shit, it's him. Like the first time I saw him, it was like in Dumbo, and there's that one I fucking hate Dumbo so much. It's the worst fucking neighborhood. It's the LA of New York City.
It is the LA of New York City. I kind of like Dumbo. Famously, I like things people shouldn't like. So.
Yeah, well, sorry, it's like just inconvenient, like not walkable.
Yeah, like
smelly. Yeah. So he there's just this one street. You go up like all these stairs, like when you get off that York Street Dumbo.
Yeah.
You go up all these stairs, and then there's a hill, like this one major street where all these offices are, So I'm walking up, and I'm like really walking kind of directly behind this guy, and I'm like, oh, he's cute, and I'm like, and then he turns like a little bit, like his head, and I'm like, oh my God. And then it's like fight or flight. Yeah, I was in the middle of the block, and I just like ran the other I ran back down the block, across the street, and walked like 5 blocks out of the way of work just to not fucking see him.
Oh my God.
And then
that's a big deal. Dumbo's long blocks.
Dumbo's long blocks. And then the second time I saw him, it was just an intersection where like we were waiting for it was like right when it changed. Like the light changed, and I saw him, and it was just the longest, like it's like 52 seconds, right, for lights to change. And it just felt like the longest. Like there used to be this website probably before Andrew's time where Vine, remember Vine? But there's this website that would upload Vines live. So you could see Vines being uploaded in real time, and there'd be really funny ones. So me and my friends would like hook it up to a TV and watch it for hours. Like oh
my God,
hundreds of Vines, like after whatever. But then when there would be porn Vines, you're just like literally watching like porn with like 10 of your friends, and you're all kind of drunk, and you're like, well, this is awkward. And it's just like feels like the longest 7 seconds. That times 8 was in that fucking crosswalk thing as I'm waiting for him. So then I saw him on my roof 2 weeks ago, and I was like, is that him? That looks like him. And I started getting like, because you can't prepare for that. And I was already setting up to have my own little like 5 or 6 friends over, socially distanced barbecue thing. And then I was like, is that him? That really looks like him. And then like all these people, the other party was like kind of like tucked away behind a corner. But then I see him like walk over by himself to like the corner of the roof to like look over, and then like look at it, like just basically he was very obviously he saw me.
He saw you too.
He walked away from his friends to like take a glance to make sure it was me, and then went back to his friends, and it was terrible.
Oh no.
I was just like, oh God. But I mean, he didn't say anything, and then okay, whatever.
I can't believe he's still just like a ghost, like creeping on your life.
I know. So that same neighbor had another party like
Mhm.
a week after, like literally the next Friday after. And I was like scared to leave my apartment. I'm like, oh my God, I wonder if he's there. Oh my God. Because I'm like, I don't know if he knows that I live here or if it was one of my friends. I
Right,
feel
because
like he might have
you
figured.
moved,
I
or
did move. Yeah,
okay,
I did
because
move.
you moved. Yeah, how is he at your new place?
It's fucked up.
I know he doesn't even believe in luck, but this is like bad luck happening. Like, what would he say this
I
is?
know. And you can't prep to see your ex during coronavirus on your fucking roof.
In the middle of a pandemic? No, we don't need this universe.
And the girls that he was hosting the party were so cute. I was so confused as to why he was there. I'm like, do they not know he sucks?
Maybe they don't know. I hope he doesn't give any of them UTIs, Millie. I'm scared
Oh my
for
God.
them.
I mean, maybe he's grown, but I don't think so.
So right now, what's happening for you? Are you seeing anyone? Are you single?
Right now, yeah, I'm single. I'm on the hunt, like, for, quarantine 2 is coming.
Yeah.
So people are horny.
Yes.
I'm getting a lot of inquiries on all the apps. So I'm trying to make a good decision.
Yeah.
Who, just even for, I mean, it would be nice for like to find the partner for the rest of my life, but honestly, just someone to last through quarantine too.
Yeah. For the
What
next
are some
phase.
what are some like good signs from like a dating profile for like a quarantine boyfriend?
I feel like somebody who doesn't live with family.
Yes.
So that like you can spend some time at his place and your place, so it's not just like you're at your place all the time. Oh man, a car, that would be like a car is cool. Even someone with a dog, one dog though. I was talking to guys with like 3 dogs, and I was like, oof, no, I can't.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. Yeah, a dog is cool, like just to go on walks and all that stuff. Car, somebody who might have like same taste in movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's a lot of movie watching these days.
Yeah, so you want to pick like, I'm not trying to watch horror movies every day. Like I don't want to do that. And then movies, and then yeah, somebody who like you can have a conversation with.
Yeah.
Like I feel like for me, it's really tough, and I guess this could lead into the next receipt too. But it's really weird for me because like, to me, like when I'm looking to date someone, it's like we're gonna have sex if we hit it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
Like, it's gonna happen. I'm an adult. You're an adult. So like, there's no need to like vet. I don't know what these guys are doing. There seems to be a lot of vetting of like, are we gonna hook up? You know what I mean? Or like, or just like, they'll be like, what are you looking for? I always ask like, what are you looking for on here? Or they always ask like, what are you looking for? And I'm just like, I don't know, dating. Like, and then they're like, oh, I'm looking for sex, or I'm looking for, well, I guess that's just the next receipt.
That's the receipt. Okay. Here it is. Okay.
I think it might be the first, or yeah, I'm like, yeah, you can just read
disclaimer one.
Yes. That one's from Tinder.
Okay, gorge. Do you want to read it to us?
Yes. So this was a guy that I was talking to on Tinder, and it was going really well, and we were chatting. And then in the middle, he hits me with this bomb. Or do you want to read too?
Okay, I'll read too. I love
it. Why don't you read blue? That's me.
Okay, I'll read you.
So we're talking, and then he goes, also, full disclaimer, I'm not looking for a relationship right now. Don't want to waste anyone's time, so just putting that out there.
So what are you looking for?
Companionship, because it's winter. Laughing face emoji. someone to spend time with for a meal or a drink, stay in for movies or shows, etc.
How is that different than dating? Isn't that just dating?
Less emotional, question mark? More like friends with benefits. Does that make sense, or am I dumb? And I
Did you respond to him? I think he's dumb. I'm like, you're
yeah,
dumb.
I wrote back, I'm like, yeah, you're dumb. Like, you're dumb, and also like we could have been doing this if you would have just fucking chilled out.
Yeah.
But it's again like this whole thing of like, oh, I want all the benefits of having a girlfriend, but none of the work or commitment.
Yeah.
And like, that's just so annoying.
It's so annoying because he's listing literally dating. Like those are the activities. That's dating. And then if you guys really like each other and you are like emotionally invested, then you can be like, oh, let's be exclusive. Let's be, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend or whatever.
And I think that's like what, like, because to me that seems so clear. So when guys are like, what are you looking for? And I'm like, it fucking depends. Like, I could go out with you and decide that I don't want anything. I can go out, we could be like sleeping, and I'm like, actually, no, like, I actually don't want, because like for the UTI guy, like, we were dating, but like, we weren't exclusive. Like, he wasn't my boyfriend or anything, but like, I made a choice, like, actually, this isn't working. You know what I mean? And like, that's just, but I sometimes I feel like the way that these guys see dating is they don't see it as like a conversation or something that progresses. It's something that you define out the gate. And that's like weird for me, because it's just like, okay, I ultimately do want to like, it's just crazy because I'm just like, I ultimately do want a partner, you know, in life. So, you know, I'm not going to just enter into something with someone who doesn't want that at all, because that's a waste of my time. But at the same time, like, not every single person I meet and talk to is gonna be that, you know,
person,
thing.
right?
Like,
yeah.
So like, why is this all this pressure? Like, you know?
Right.
Well, to me, like that sort of message almost seems like a copy and paste. Like he's sending that to like almost like everyone he's engaged in a conversation with on Tinder, where it's like, okay, cut the bullshit, I'm horny, you know, either do you want to fuck or not? That's what it sort of like seemed like.
Yeah, and it's just like, dude, first, there are guys, like, not that many, but there are some guys who are, if you're fucking super, super hot and you're like, I'm just looking to smash, I'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
But like, most of them aren't. Like, that's like, I'm adding guys because I'm like, oh, they seem like they'd be nice, or they seem like they'd be cool to have a conversation with, or we can talk. And then those are always the guys like, oh, well, I don't think he's like super cute and sexy. I'm not like, oh yes, I want to fuck him right away, but I'm just like, you know, somebody's phone is ringing.
Yeah, wait, sorry. I don't even know where that notification, could you hear that? I'm so sorry.
I didn't hear a notification.
Sorry, yeah, it's done now. I don't even know where it was. It's so weird. Sorry.
Okay. Sorry, Millie.
Yeah, I don't even remember what I was talking about.
You were saying, we were talking about guys coming in saying that they don't want to, they have a plan already if they don't want something.
And I feel like that's just a cop out or like a disclaimer for them to be assholes.
Yeah.
Like, oh, well, I told you I don't want anything serious, so you can't get mad at me for not texting you back. Or like, sometimes it's like they actually do want something serious, or they don't want you to sleep with anyone else, but they're worried. I feel like another thing too is like, guys always are worried that they're gonna miss out on something, or that like they have to, you know, right? And it's just like I don't know, dude, just take what you got, man. Like,
yeah. Or like, well, it's like, the thought that there's other people out there, so like, why would I commit to one person, because like, who am I not meeting? And it's just like, I don't know, if you're having a good time, why don't you just try rather than always be looking for the next thing? Yeah, because a lot of relationships are like, a lot of people are not
like, what compatible. Do you have to offer to someone else?
Yeah.
So if
something is good or working,
so that's like, Yeah, exactly. But I feel like, yeah, that was I mean, that was also like UTI guy. He got mad at me because he just doesn't respect boundaries. And I put up a boundary like, don't come to my comedy show.
Mm-hmm.
And he came. And then I was like, you have to leave before I go up. And he didn't. Or he thought I was going to just let him stay. And I'm like, no, you have to go. Like, I don't want you here. And then that really was a hurt to his ego. And it was like all this, and then that was like the fight that he picked with me. But then, and then he just like, it hurt his ego and it hurt him, and it was like, it feels like you didn't want me there. And I'm like,
yeah, it's like, it's your job though. Like, he's not respecting you at work. Like, you know, it's.
Well, the thing was, he did this whole stink about like, oh, like, you know what, like, blah, blah. And then he was like, I'm like, okay, well, he just wasn't letting it go. And he was just like being annoying. And I'm like, okay, well, if you don't want to see me anymore, like, that's fine. We can break up. Like, that's fine. And then he's like, it's not that. It's that I just don't want anything serious right now. And I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, this fight is something that someone serious wants, you know?
Yes. If you don't want anything serious, you don't pick dumb fight like you about being able to see you perform.
Yeah, exactly. So like, just scrambled and all over the place.
Yeah, and it's just like, you can't, I don't know, you can't have it all. You can't have it all without doing your share.
Exactly. And that's what all these guys are. They all want it all and nothing, and want to do nothing in return.
You can't do that, UTI guy, or any of these guys.
I'm going to
just think of him as UTI guy for the rest of his life. His time on Earth, he's always going to be UTI guy to me, Millie.
Good. Good.
Fucking
UTI.
Do you want to read one of these other receipts? I feel like they're both
so some of them are the same guy. So, and I'm sorry that I didn't. Okay, so
you have nothing to apologize for, Millie.
So I'm trying to, like, they're all scrambled because, okay. And then I think the last, okay. Yeah, like, I think two of them that we haven't read are the same guy.
Okay.
So, yeah. The first one and the second one I sent you are the same guy.
Okay.
So maybe we'll read the second first, because that one
is that the longer one?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then why don't you read?
Andrew, do you want to read one? I will forward it to you.
Yeah, please forward it to me.
Okay, just forwarded.
I have like a whole saga with this guy too. I can like.
Oh yeah.
Did you send it?
I forwarded it to you, Andrew. Did you get it?
Got it now. Yes.
Okay, yes.
Okay. Who would you like me to read for?
Why don't you read as the guy? I'm the yellow.
Okay. All right. Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
Love. I know. I'm sorry. Is that where you're at?
Yeah, but there's right.
Oh my God. Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. You don't want to hang out again?
Not so you can take another month to text me back, dude. I think you're cute, but I'm looking for more than you can give me. That's my line.
I love it.
Good luck with everything, though.
Okay, damn. Thaka, I guess.
I think that's thanks, yeah.
Yeah. Was hoping you can at least hang out this weekend, LOL. Damn. And this is like almost 2 hours later. Damn, I guess it's a no then, love. And then a minute later he says, just wanted to take you out to eat, you know? And then November 30th, 2018, he said, good morning, what's up?
Are you serious, bro? You ghosted me twice.
So good.
So good.
I did. I did have sex with him 2 more times after that. I know. I'm an idiot.
No, we've all done that.
I
Every
know.
single one of
Just this guy though, he's so. Oh, I have. Let me see. I have other. Yeah. Oh God.
Oh my
I
God.
have so many screenshots with this guy
I
that
also
it's like. Mhm.
I love that he texted you. You said no. He then texted you, then waited a couple hours, texts you again, and then it's just like, all I'm asking for is dinner. Like, I just want to take you out. Like,
Oh, because I got after. Okay. So this guy was a month after UTI guy.
okay.
So this guy was. Oh, he was so hot. He's so hot. Damn it, man. He was so hot. He was like a plumber, which is like a stable,
Whoa.
cool, like
Okay.
blue collar job. He had a car, like a nice one, a nice car.
He sounds useful for a quarantine boyfriend, honestly.
I thought so too. But and then it was just such an energy shift from the DJ. In that like we just had a good time and like it was great. And our first date lasted like a bunch of hours and very, very sexy.
Mm-hmm.
But then and then I got a yeast infection from like after I had sex with.
These dudes.
How do you?
These they're dirty dicks.
Apparently, like yeast infection, is common after a UTI.
Mm-hmm.
Like to get it after because you're like whatever, but
right,
now you have too much culture or something.
Right, too much bacteria.
I'll say this.
Yeah.
So I'll say this, right? What causes a yeast infection, right? Tight clothing, like unlubricated sex, over consumption of yeast, and like moist environment, right? Let me tell you about the 24 hours before I got the yeast infection.
Okay.
I met him on a date. I wore Spanx, tights, and then a tight skirt. Then we got our date. It was like we met up at like 7 and we were hanging out until 3 a.m. So then we had like I must have had like 7 beers.
Okay.
Then we were drunk. It's 3 a.m. We're at my place. We're having sex, and he has like this huge dick, and he never and he just like takes him forever to come, and it was just like gritty and like there's not enough foreplay. So there we go.
That's
the next morning, listen. Next morning, I go to a 75-minute hot yoga class.
Okay.
Then after that, I was hanging out with this other friend. And we got smoothies. So I was sitting in my hot yoga pants for like 3 hours after the 75-minute yoga class.
Okay.
I woke up in the morning and the yeast infection was on fire.
No. Really? You had all the ingredients, Millie.
All the ingredients. And I told him, like, I was so mad at him because he ghosted me. I had a fucking yeast infection. Oh, well, yeah. Okay, hold on. Yeah. Oh, God. I have like I'm like trying to find. There's so many fucking screenshots with this guy.
I also love saying, I think you're cute. Now that we know he's like so hot. I love the downplay there.
Oh, I always tell him he's cute. Yeah. He's just hot. It just is. It just is. There's no, and I'm trying to find one, because what he would do is hit me up every few months, like literally like every 4 or 5 months. Like he would hit me up, and it would just be like, and I would either not answer or tell him to fuck off or this and that, and he's like okay, and then come back, like, and then he just would find me, and then when I finally have sex with him, it's because he found me in like weak moments,
right at the right time.
he found me at the right time. Like one time he was so I had got fired from that job. I got fired on Monday, and then on a Wednesday, like waiting in the lobby for therapy, I was he was like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, You know what? Let's do this.
Yep.
Yeah, why not? I need
That's
like
a
a hot
vulnerable
guy.
moment.
It's a vulnerable moment. And then what did he do? He ghosted me again.
Ugh.
And then it was like during quarantine, and then he was just trying for like a fucking like 9-10 months, like just hitting me up and saying all this stuff and saying oh he's changed and all this stuff, and like just and then we fucked during quarantine because I hadn't had sex in 6 months.
You had to.
And I had to, and it was I wasn't terrible, but it was like it was just okay. And I'm like,
Yeah.
but like, damn, I felt like, and with him too, I was just like, listen, like, I don't want, now's not the time for random hookups. Like, I don't have it in me emotionally to be ghosted.
Yeah.
So like if you're gonna do this again, like, don't. And he's like, listen, I'm not.
And then
yeah,
this
and then
text, yeah, the last
text. Oh yeah, the last one, and that was from like he was hitting me up. I was about to, because I'm like, okay, I'm obviously not going to get a relationship out of this guy, but he is very sexy, and so maybe we can just have sex. But he just sucks even for that too. Like he just will not. One time, I think this was after the second receipt was after like we were texting. He was texting me, and I'm like, okay, what are you doing Friday night? Like late Friday night, like come over. And then I texted him on Thursday to hang out on Friday. And he doesn't text me back until a Thursday later, like exactly 1 week later, and was like, LOL, no plans this Friday.
This Friday?
No, but yeah, I'm like, yeah. So then he writes back, yeah, that receipt, if you want to read it.
Yeah, let's read it.
But I have so many with this guy because everything he says is such a gem.
Do you want me to be you or to be him?
You can be, yeah. You can be me.
I'll be you. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
You play too many games.
Damn. I'm sorry though. I know I do.
Why though?
I don't know. My bad. LOL. Just like he has a level of self-awareness that he does shit.
Yeah.
But honestly, disorganized attachment. I guess that's the thing that really gets me about this guy is that when I tell him no and I tell him to fuck off, he gets manic and he says all these things and he just like won't let up, and he's like, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. What's up? I missed you. This and that. I'm not gonna do it again. I'm not gonna do it again. Please, 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 please. And then like one time, like, you know, the week that I got fired and we finally like said that we were gonna meet, like he'll call, like leading up to the date, he'll text a lot. He'll like text a lot. He'll call me like, hey, I'm on my way. Hey, I'm sorry. Hey, this, hey, that, like just really, really like on it, you know? So that's why it's so annoying when he just completely does it, you know?
It just disappears.
A 180, yeah, just disappears. Because it's like either it's like too much or I fucking don't hear from him at all. So, it's literally, then I started reading the book Attached.
Oh, yeah.
And it's literally just organized attachment. It's like, as soon as I give him whatever, then he pushes me away and it's just like, whatever. But then, like, in person and leading up to it's just this manic, like, anxiousness of, like, you know, he's always, every time we hang out, that's the other crazy thing. It's like, every time we hang out, oh, when can I see you again? I want to see you tomorrow. What are you doing? What are you doing this week? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, you always, and I like the last time, which was in June, I was like, you always do this. Like, you always say that, you know, you always are like trying to make plans and then you fucking ghost. So like, I don't know. And then even he was like, when can I see your comedy? This and that. And I'm like, no, that's something boyfriends do. Like, you don't, and he's like, what are you talking about? Like, I should be, you know, and then the crazy thing is, he was like, why are you on Tinder? He's like, I thought we were friends.
Like,
Like,
yeah,
you could be on Tinder. You can be on Tinder. We're friends. And I'm like,
uh
so that's what I mean. Disorganized. And yeah, I feel like he needs so much therapy. One time we were like, I was on a Revel and he was on the back of the Revel.
Okay.
That's my
cute.
game move. That's my game move.
Okay.
But he was like, what did he say? I was just like, oh yeah, that's where I go to therapy. And he's like, therapy?
Yeah. Love it.
And then he's like, I'm like, yeah. And he's like, what are you in therapy for? And I'm like,
oh my God.
Well, listen. Yeah, no. He was like, I'm like, well, like sometimes I just like have like issues and problems. And like, don't you have like emotional things that like you want to talk through and, talk to someone about? And he's like, no.
Oh my God.
He's like, no. And I'm like, okay. And then, but then like, we'll be like hooking up, her like about to hook up, and he always is like, we'll be like sitting there like watching TV or something, and he's always like, damn, so like, can I get a kiss? Or like he always says something like that, or like, can I kiss? It's like something, it's just like, so I find it endearing and cute, but like I just get nervous and giggly. So I'm just like giggling as we're like kissing. And he's like, what are you laughing at? What are you laughing at? Yeah, you need therapy, honey.
Yeah, you should get that checked out for sure.
Yeah. And
man,
he's like insanely insecure about stuff too. So.
Men. These men.
Men suck.
These men, they suck. Millie, I think we ran the gamut this ep. We've really we really got there. And I'm hoping that you do find a quarantine boo, but like a good one,
I know, I'm trying to vet, but I'm like, I don't want to vet too hard, but also I cannot be stuck in quarantine with just any loser. So.
Yeah, no. And you deserve way better than that.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, we'll see. There's a few irons in the fire.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Shit is happening. So
shit is popping off. These guys, a lot of them came back. A lot of these guys, like, a lot of these guys come back. They always come back. I always say, a guy from 5 years ago.
Whoa.
5 years
Hitting
ago.
you up? Okay.
Hitting me up.
Quarantine's good for that.
Well, the thing is that this guy, oh God, this is another one. We don't have to like go into this one, but this guy was like, we dated 5 years ago. We broke up in a weird way. It was super unsettled. Then he hits me up on Christmas.
Oh no.
Of 2019 and was like, hey, and then we made plans to go out for drinks.
Mm-hmm.
And then day of, he's like, I forgot I'm doing sober January.
No. No.
Then I was like, okay, fuck you. Then he hits me up during quarantine, like, hey, like he finds me on a dating app and was like, hey, what's up? Okay. And I'm like, no. And then I just like told him off. I'm just like, hey, dude, like you can't, like, no.
Yeah, you can't cancel on me after reaching out on Christmas.
Oh, yeah, what the fuck? Like, and also like, again, I guess that's why I kept fucking the plumber. Is because he at least is somewhat self-aware of being like, yeah, I know I play games, my bad. And like, that's not enough at all, but it's also just like so many guys aren't even self-aware. Right. You know?
I don't even
like,
know.
I have to call them. Yeah, I have to call them out and be like, listen, like if sometimes it'll be like guys from Tinder or something who like we're about to go on a date or like we're talking a lot and then they just disappear, or you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I hate that.
Listen, it's fine. It's not fine, but like if you're gonna come back, like at least be like, hey, my bad, I had like a rough few months, or make up something.
Yeah, explain yourself.
Just acknowledge that you were gone, like that we weren't talking for 6 months. Make up X excuse, and then we can move forward. But if you don't at least be like, my bad or something, then take
some responsibility. I know.
And
can't.
just the bars solo.
But Millie, you're amazing.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You deserve the world. If everyone who's listening should follow you, absolutely.
Yes.
Where do they go?
Twitter at Millie Tamarez, Tamarez, aka Lactose Intolerant. On Instagram, Millie on Fire or Millionaire, but it's MILLON4IRE. So you'd be for Millie on Fire or Millionaire. Yeah, those are my things. Or on Venmo at Millie-Tamarez. Please pay me.
Oh yeah, definitely pay.
Yeah, definitely pay.
This has been so fun. Thank you so much for being a guest.
Yes, I was so happy.
Yeah.
Thanks for reading, and thanks for listening, and thanks for being the catharsis I needed for this.
Yes. And listeners, thank you guys for listening. Any dick out there, stop being trash.
Please, Andrew.
And go to therapy.
Yeah, go to therapy.
Go to therapy. Just go.
Just go.
Just
Everyone
go.
needs it.
Everyone needs it.
Everyone.
All right.
Thank you everyone for listening to Receipts. Bye.